What is going on, guys? So I'm here. Today we're going to talk about twinking in World of Warcraft and why you do it, how effective it is, and so on. So today we're going to talk about the 110 bracket, so basically BFA twinking with Legion gear. Now we're going to talk about how effective this is and why people do it. So for the beginning, why do people do this? Like 1, to have fun, 2, to wreck stuff and things, and 3, to farm gold. Now, when it comes to gold farming, you can do this several ways. You can do the 2x4 man groups and farm for cloth, leather, meat, mounts, and everything really. But the two most efficient ways to farm gold and the two most used ones when it comes to twinking is selling leveling boosts, so dungeon boosts, and island boosts. So basically selling boosts in both dungeons and islands, and people also use this to get a group of 3 twinks, so 3 level 110s with really good gear, and they do dungeons or islands together, and they farm for pets and transmogs to sell on the auction house, which is a really, or at least it used to be a really good way until they kinda nerfed the drop rates of certain transmog, but it used to be a really good way to farm islands because you spent roughly 1 to 2 minutes per island. Because if you're a group of 3 very good geared 110 characters, you can basically split into 3 groups and pull the entire island divided by 3 and just solo everything by yourself. So it goes really fast because each of you just pull tons of mobs and then kill them in one pull. You can see an example of me doing an island right now with 2 randoms and just pulling everything, and 1 cast of my Frostworm's Fury basically pretty much kills everything. The one class I think is better than Death Knight right now for twinking is Demon Hunter. I think Demon Hunter might be the best class because you have the, I think it's the head slot, the legendary head slot for Demon Hunters makes the eye beam basically have no cooldown if you keep hitting people with it, and with the right kind of gear you can just one-shot everything and use cooldown to keep yourself alive, and one of your damage dealing cooldowns also gives you tons of leech, so the more damage you do, the more healing you do, and you just basically can't die. But as for Death Knight, I can just pull everything, put on anti-magic shell, and pop my cooldowns and increase my mastery, and pop 1 Frostworm's Fury and just kill basically everything, and then I can just keep on healing myself with Death Strike. Now I haven't tried Blood yet, so Blood might be better considering I have to keep myself alive, but Frost is really easy as well, because I can just pull everything and kill everything with 1 cooldown. But for dungeons I might have to go Unholy or Blood because 1 cooldown. This has 3 minutes cooldown, so I can only do 1 big pull, then I have to wait 3 minutes and do another very big pull and kill everything. So when it comes to dungeon boosting, that might not be the best spec to do it in, so you might have to be a rogue or a demon hunter. But I might try out Blood when it comes to dungeon boosting and see how that works. But I'm really happy with my Death Knight, it's 265. I think if I keep grinding this trinket and my necklace, and I just get everything Titan Forged to 265, I should be able to get myself up to 270 item level by the end. But the amount of gear you have doesn't really matter too much. What matters is that you have 3 of these Azurite pieces, and you have a semi-high necklace level, and you just have to have 2 legendaries. So you have to have the 2 legendaries that are best in slot for you, and that is pretty much it. You can keep grinding gear as well, just to have bragging rights, but it's not really that necessary. Just grab yourself the Azurite pieces, the necklace, and 2 legendaries, and you're good to go. Now when it comes to the amount of gold per hour you can farm with this in Island, I am not really sure, it's pretty RNG. Depends on what items you get and how often you get them, but you want to get the transmog ones as often as possible. You also get some pets that you can sell, but most of them you actually cannot cage and you cannot sell. So you're basically just farming for transmogs, but when it comes to dungeons, if you do freehold, I believe you're getting roughly 12k gold per hour, I think, from freehold just by farming stuff and selling. If you auction stuff, you might be able to make even more, but just by looting and vendoring, you should be looking at 10 to 12k per hour from freehold. And then if you also sell dungeon boosts, as in leveling boosts, so you pick up 1 guy who's trying to level from 110 to 120, and you boost him, then you're gonna get even more, because you can just charge like 10k, 5 to 10k, every run, and you should be able to do 10 runs per hour because you do them insanely fast, because you're twinking, and you can only do 10 runs per hour in an instance. So 10 runs per hour, let's say you charge 5k per run, that's 50k, plus the 10k you're looting, that's 60k gold per hour just by boosting in dungeons. So being level 110 Twink is really worth it, I think, and it's really fun as well, and it gives you a different way of making gold, and you can boost people without being, like, you don't have to be an elite player, so you don't have to boost people in mythic raiding and so on, but you can still boost people, which is really fun. So if you want to try this out, then just level a character to 110, or use one of your existing characters at 110, pick up 3 asteroid pieces. This one is from the quest where you have to bring 12 scrolls to the tolling guy, so you get a 300 item level Warhelm, and the other ones you can just pick up from leveling, questing, dungeons, or whatever. And that is it. Pick those 3 up, pick up the necklace, and get yourself 2 legendaries, and you're good to go. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then leave a like on it, and I'll see you around. Peace.